In this video, I will be giving my user review of the Salvimar 1 Plus Freediving watch. This is a Freedive watch, so for those of you looking for something with scuba functionalities, you can stop here. So the first thing to note is that dive mode will not automatically switch on upon contact with water. You'll need to manually switch that before you jump in. Then once in the water, the middle part of the watch will show your dive time. And the bottom left part will show your depth. I would say that this layout is a little different, as most dive watches have your depth right in the middle, so it might take a bit of getting used to. The moment you surface, your watch will switch from showing dive time to surface time. The bottom left will then indicate your max depth, and the bottom right, your dive duration. The other thing is that after an hour, dive mode will automatically switch back to watch mode. So if you're out in the water doing some training, be sure to reset so you don't lose the information on those last couple of dives. You'll be able to access all the information on all the dives you did on the most recent day you went diving, but prior to that, your watch will only save the deepest dive for each day. This is actually what I'm showing as I'm clicking on the top left button, going through these R records. You can see R on the top. What I don't like is on the bottom right where it says dive time. That's not really your dive time, it is your surface time. What I like to do therefore is to transfer all the records from the most recent day I went diving onto a spreadsheet. Again, the watch still has all the dives from your most recent day as opposed to one entry for older days. So if you go back to R01, which is the most recent day you went diving, and click on the top right button, that will bring up records of the multiple dives you did that day. I transfer the information to a spreadsheet which looks a bit like this. If you're like me, then you'll care about your max depth and your dive time. Once in R01, press the bottom right button once to bring up your max depth and dive time. You can press it again to see your average depth. Dive time will also be there on the bottom right and should be the same as before. To move forward, click on the top right button. That will bring up your next dive record, and click on the bottom right button to see your max depth. You can rinse and repeat to go through all your records. So what do I think? I would certainly recommend this to freedivers who anticipate using mostly basic functions. As you can see, you've got to click through a bunch of buttons to get the data you want. But it does work, and at about slightly more than $100 US, I think it's about the cheapest you can get on the market.